Hi and welcome everyone. This is Dagalo back on another video on information technology. So this time we're going to be working on a 3-part lab with osTicket, and we have broken down to 3 stages: the prerequisites and installation, osTicket post installation and configuration, osTicket life cycle examples. So we are going to get right into it. So I already gone through the steps on my GitHub, so you can go watch it, or you can go step by step, or just watch this video. So let's get into Azure. On your Azure portal, navigate to create a resource, select virtual machine, click on create. Under resource group, we are gonna rename it to osTicket. Virtual machine name is going to be osTicket VM. For the image, we're going to be using Windows 10 Pro. Under administrator account, our username is gonna be lab user, and I'm going to type in my password and confirm my password, and then check on licensing, and then review and create. Okay, I'm getting an error saying validation failed for the following tab. Basics required information is missing or not valid. So it's telling me that this virtual machine is not available in zone 1. So I should change my availability zone to Azure selected zone, which will give me the best connection in my region. So I'm gonna select let Azure assign the best zone for your needs. For image, I'm gonna select Windows 10 Pro. As you can see, the size of the virtual machine has changed from 1 CPU, 2 CPUs and 8 gigs of RAM. Username is gonna be lab user, and then I'm gonna type in my password, confirm my password, check on licensing, and preview plus create. And this is gonna validate the deployment process. While we wait for it, I'm going to log on my remote desktop. Okay, our deployment was successful, so we need to get the public IP address for Azure VM. On the remote desktop connection panel on computer, we're gonna enter the IP address for our Azure virtual machine. We're going to use the public IP address and then show options, and then type in our username, which is lab user. Save and connect, and then you'll see a Windows prompt saying credentials, which is your password for your virtual machine you just created in Azure. And then set up your virtual machine. So we're going to download the resources needed to set up osTicket on our Azure virtual machine. So I'm going to navigate to my GitHub, download all, open osTicket, Prerequisites and Installation, and click on download now. And they should download all the necessary files on your virtual machine. Unzip and extract all the files. On the search bar at the bottom left, type in 10 Windows features on and off and click on navigate to Internet Information Services and click on the checkbox. Do not select FTP server and then navigate to World Wide Web Services. Select application development and select the checkbox for CGI, and this should install Internet Information Services IIS. Okay, the setup is completed. Click on close. Okay, now let's verify our installation. On the bottom right on the search bar, type in IIS, run as administrator. Okay, it's working. I'm going to navigate to the folder I placed my setup files for osTicket, and I'm gonna install rewrite module and Visual C++. So I'm going to open the web page for Internet Information Services to see if it works in Azure. So I'm going to open Notepad and click on File, Open, and then I'm going to navigate to this PC, Windows, and then inetpub, and click on the www root folder, and then as you can see there's nothing. So what I'm going to do is next to file name I'm going to click where it says text document, and then after that two files will show up and select IIS start. Click on open, and then this is the code for the website. So I'm going to try to type something and change the code on the website. And then I'm gonna refresh the page. Hopefully you should see some changes. While doing this lab, I realized something. IIS is no longer supported on personal computers. It's optimized for Azure services. Because I tried installing this osTicket on my personal computer and it didn't work. I spent like 3 hours trying to fix it, going to all the forums, clicking on the Microsoft page. Nothing works. The only way, I think it's on Azure. Okay, so now I'm going to install PHP Manager for IIS, and then I'm going to navigate to my Windows directory and create a new folder and rename it to PHP, and then I'm going to navigate to my PHP archive and extract the archive to the PHP folder I created on the Windows directory. Hopefully when I open my Internet Information Services Manager, there should be some changes. On the bottom left of your search bar, type in IIS and open IIS Manager. You should see that there's a new PHP feature installed. I'm going to close that and install My SQL server. Click on the setup exe. Select typical installation. Once it's done, click on finish, and this should launch a MySQL server instance configuration wizard. Click on next. Select standard configuration. Do not select include bin directory in Windows Pad. Then click on next and create your password, and then next. Once the configuration file is created, click on finish, and then let's set up osTicket. We start by opening the archive osTicket and extracting the files from the archive. While the files are being extracted, let's run it on the background and open IIS Manager. Run it as administrator and navigate to PHP Manager and click on it, and then select Open Features. Under PHP Setup, select Register New PHP Version, and we should select the path to our PHP application file. And the path should be C drive php/php.cgi.exe, and then click on OK. We have successfully configured our PHP file directory. Navigate back to your osTicket folder and open. You will see two folders, scripts and upload folder. Select upload and rename it to osTicket, and you should move the folder you just renamed to C drive, inetpub, www.root, Control V and paste. Let's go back to our Internet Information Services Manager, and on the action panels on the right hand side, under Manage Server, select View Sites. On the right hand side of the panel, select Default Website. Underneath you should see osTicket. Select osTicket, and on the right hand side, on the Manage Folder panel, under Browse Folder, select Browse HTTP, and this should direct you to the osTicket installation page. Localhost /osTicket/setup/install PHP. Click on continue and minimize the tab, and then we're going to enable our PHP Manager extension so that we can set up osTicket system. On PHP Manager, select enable or disable an extension and enable PHP imap.dll, and you should also enable PHP opcache.dll, and also enable PHP intl.dll. Now let's go back to our osTicket setup page, and you should see that the recommended features are now enabled and have a right check mark, which are required for osTicket to work properly. I'm going to close this page again, and I'm going back to my folder with my installation files and select SQL, and I'm going to navigate to my osTicket folder in my C drive and open include folder and navigate to ost sample config.php document and rename it to ostconfig.php, and then select the document, click on properties, navigate to security. Under permissions for system, click on advanced and then click on disable inheritance, and then select remove all inherited permission from this object, and that should remove all user permissions from this document. And then click on add principal, select principal. Under the object name, type in everyone, click on check names, and then OK. Under basic permissions, select full control, click on OK, click on enable inheritance, and this should add all the users I previously removed from accessing this document. OK, close this folder and go back to your osTicket installation page. Under help desk name, you should type help desk, or you can type your name and help desk, and then default email, type in your email, and your email should be different from admin user email. Under admin user, type in your name. Under last name, type in your surname. Under email address, type in your email address. Under username, type in root. Under password, type in your password and retype your password. OK, on database settings, my SQL table prefix should be OST. My SQL host name should be localhost, and my SQL database should be set to OK. Before we can type in our database, we have to set up our database. To do that, we need to install SQL. Click on the SQL setup exe, and it should open a Webpage document, and click on the link on the Webpage document, and this should initialize the download for the SQL software. Click on accept the agreement and next, install, skip. Bottom left, click new. Under filter, you'll see session name unnamed and select unnamed. On the right hand side next to user, type in root, and then on password, type in your password. and then click on open. Under the database filter, select unnamed and click on create new database, and the name should be osTicket, and the server connection correlation should be Latin 1 Swedish CI, and click on OK. Under My SQL, you see osTicket. Now let's go back to our osTicket setup page. Under My SQL database, type in osTicket. Under My SQL username, type in root, and then type in your password under My SQL password, and click on install. Okay, I got a password error. I'm gonna retype my password and type again. Hopefully this time it works. And it says, congratulations, the installation has been completed successfully. So now click on the link under your staff control panel and type in my password and log in. So on the top of my admin control panel, I see a notification that is telling me that I need to delete the setup directory. I'm going to type localhost /osTicket, and then this is gonna take me to the support center support ticket system, and I'm gonna navigate to sign in on the top right, and then I'm gonna go to I'm an agent, sign in here, and this should take me to my staff control panel page. On the top right, I'm going to click on admin panel. So in order to fix this error, I should delete the setup files in the osTicket directory. Navigate to C drive, inetpub, www.root osTicket, and delete the folder named setup. Go back to my admin panel and refresh the page, and I should get another error telling me that I should change the permission of config file ostconfig php to remove the write access. I should basically change the permissions from read and write to read only. Navigate to your C drive, inetpub, click on www.root, select osTicket, open include, and select ostconfig.php, click on properties, navigate to general and look for attributes, and next to attributes you should check read only and apply. Now let's go back to our osTicket admin control panel. Refresh the page and there should be no errors, and that should indicate that everything is successful. And that's it for the video. Thank you for watching.